Hi, buddy. There's a lion behind me. Let me first remove it before we have this conversation. I don't want it to attack me or to scare me. It's just a paper bag. I hope you find this week. I said that we are going to begin another conversation. And a few weeks ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, my social media team that is doing an excellent job, led by Churchill Oluoch, asked our fans on the page to tell us what topics that you would want us to talk about. And one top fan of ours called Shiro Iganjo said that we should talk about, helping each other rise when you hit the rock bottom. And there were a few other people that talked about, how do you rise from failure and how do you deal with failure? And this is going to be our conversation this week. I will not be talking to you because I have never failed. Probably I'll be talking to you better because I have failed in some things in my life. Okay, so I'll be talking like one of you. And failure is one of these things that is very scary, and it gets scary as you grow older. Okay, I think the younger you are, the more resilient you are. When you look at a baby that is learning how to walk, that baby can the baby can fall 10, 20 times in a day, and every time they fall, they smile. Sometimes they will cry a bit, but every time they will rise up and walk. But as we grow older, we become more sensitive to things like shame. We begin to ask ourselves, what are people saying about me now that I have failed? Okay. And you begin to lose your resilience. You begin to lose that spirit of childhood that propelled you to keep trying even when you failed. You become sensitive to people laughing at you. Okay. And you begin to become heavily obsessed with that question of what will people say? What will people think about your failures? It is important for us to talk about failure because you cannot live your entire life without failing in something. It's practically impossible. Okay, failure is a part of life, whether it is your academic life, whether it is your relationships life, whether it is your financial life, whether it is your career, whether it is your business. You are definitely going to encounter some failure somewhere in your life. But the problem is, failure can define you if you're not careful. But failure doesn't have to define you. Okay? Failure can be the one thing that stops you from trying again. And the moment you stop trying again, then you cement yourself on that failure. Okay? So that's why it is important for us to have this conversation about failure, about bouncing back, and about finding our footing again and saying, you know what? Even though I have tried and it didn't work this one time, I am going to give myself a second chance and try again. I like to look at how adamant usually the insurance industry is in writing off your car. God forbid, but when a car gets into an accident, an insurance company is not happy to write it off, because if they write it off, then they have to pay almost 100% of the value of the vehicle. And they will send assessor after assessor. And most of the time, the assessors will want to prove, to say, this vehicle can be repaired. Okay? Why are they saying that? Because they don't want to take the full cost of compensating the client for the full cost of the vehicle. And I want us to be completely adamant in writing ourselves off. Be like that insurance company that says, no, it can be repaired. It can be fixed. We are not going to write this off. We are going to buy nose cuts, do what? We are going to look for the engine. We are going to look for the gearbox, but we are not going to write this vehicle off. We are going to repair it and take it back to the road. That is how adamant I want you to be when it comes to writing yourself off. You will have to say, I can be repaired. I will buy myself a new engine. I will buy myself a new gearbox. I am going back to the road, but I'm not going to be written off. I hope that example works in psyching yourself up to get ready to fix life. Life is sometimes about being fixed. It's about being repaired. It's about refooting yourself. It is about redefining yourself. It is about refusing to be defined by the failure that you have gone through. This week, this is the conversation we are going to have about failure, and we are going to have it every alternate day. So we are going to skip tomorrow and talk on Wednesday, skip Wednesday and talk on Friday. But in between there, we are going to have a number of other videos that will be helping us become better people, either as salespeople, as entrepreneurs, as professionals, or even as family people. We said this year is about making each other better. I am very happy to shoot this video. I am shooting it from A Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, one of my most favorite sales. This is a TRJ 150. My team will show you the features, and then we can keep talking the next time you need a vehicle, particularly if you need an SUV or a vehicle that can take you places. You can always talk to us here at Maridadi Motors. My name is Eric, the founder CEO, Maridadi Motors. Let's keep talking.